Welcome to Dive into Proverbs, day number 23, part 2. The reason why I decided to do this, another one, is because starting from verse 22, it's been broke. There's 30 sayings of the wise. There's 31 of them. And I just want to make sure that I group any discussion into where each of these sayings are. One of them is saying number 19, which is from Proverbs chapter 23, verses 29 to 35. And I read, "Who has anguish? Who has sorrow? Who is always fighting? Who is always complaining? Who has unnecessary bruises? Who has bloodshot eyes? It is the one who spends long hours in the taverns, trying out new drinks. Don't gaze at the wine, seeing how red it is, and how it sparkles in the cup, and how smoothly it goes down." Now, it's like you're looking at, imagine this was red, this is just ice and lychee juice, some juice there. So, ooh, very nice. You're looking at, people do that, they swirl. They should have used the word here. It's sparkling and it's swirling. They give it a smell, smells good. Because it says, "For in the end it bites like a poisonous snake, it stings like a viper. You will see hallucinations and you will say crazy things. You will stagger like a sailor tossed at sea, clinging to a swaying mast, and you will say, 'They hit me, but I didn't feel it. I didn't even know it when they beat me up. When will I wake up so I can look for another drink?'" Wow. This is talking about drunkenness. And you have to understand that the scripture here is not saying people should not drink, because there are parts in the Bible where it talks about God's blessing and that He's blessed them with a good grain and wine. So we understand that's not what the issue here is, that don't partake. But what it's saying is that understand the grief that comes with drunkenness. Potentially poverty, you'll have health issues, lack of control because your speech might be slurred and you might say certain things. But the fact that it says that when I will wake up so I can look for another drink, which tells me that this is somebody who's now, the alcohol has got him, the drunkenness has got him. Because even in spite of all the issues that he's facing, all they can think of is, man, I just want another drink. Let me take the time to take a sip. Ooh, very nice. Some of us, we use alcohol for fun because it makes us feel free, and it makes us feel free. But as we may be using alcohol to make us forget, because maybe our problems disappear for a while, we don't have to think about stuff. And I like verse number 1 of this chapter. It says, "While dining with the ruler, pay attention to what is put before you. If you're a big eater, put a knife to your throat. Don't desire all the delicacies, for he might be trying to trick you." We're talking here of excessiveness. We're talking here of excessiveness. And this, and when you look at verse number 2, it says, "If you're a big eater, put a knife to your throat." Essentially, it's saying, just like what the Lord said, is that you're better off plucking your eye out if it's causing you to sin, than to do what? Than to go into hell with both, going to hell with both eyes. So if something is causing you grief, He's basically saying, cut it out. Cut it out. Because I think, look, at the end of the day, yes, it's fun, and all of that, but it leaves a huge trail of damage, and that's not what you want. And so wisdom would tell us that if we're having issues with something, let's stop it before it goes way beyond our control. And I have this saying that I always laugh with my friends and family, and we always say that you have never heard anyone say, "My life got better the day that I started drinking." Never. That does not happen. In fact, it's usually the opposite. Because when it gets a hold of you, it becomes excessive and it impacts your life negatively. And so this is just some encouragement for all of us, that excessiveness is something that we should all watch out for. And so God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and see you tomorrow, day number 24. Yeah, it's happening. Peace.